Welcome back, everybody. We have a new book to add to your reading list. It's called The Queen City Detective Agency. It follows a female private investigator that gets entangled in a criminal conspiracy in 1980s Mississippi. And if that wasn't a good enough tease for you, I have something better. The author himself, Snowden Wright, is joining us now. Thank you for being here to talk about your new novel.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's just get right to it. If you were to give the elevator pitch on why people should read, I'm already reading, by the way, what are you going to tell them?
This book started with a case that my father tried when he was the district attorney in my hometown in the 80s. And so there was this one situation where a woman hired a Dixie Mafia hitman to kill her husband for the insurance money. And the conduit for that hit was an illustrious criminal by the name of Peanut Griffin. And he was cooling his heels in the Lauderdale County jail until the day he decided he didn't want to be in there anymore. So he broke out of jail, only to then realize that the jail was located on the roof of the Lauderdale County courthouse. So he's up there hooting and hollering, saying that he was going to kill not only my father, my pregnant mother, and me, 2 years old at the time.
Wow.
And the thing is, you never forget your first death threat.
No, especially at 2 years old.
Right.
Well, as someone that started the book, now I see the parallels there between the story you just told me, which is a true story, by the way, and the influence it has on the book. Now, granted, you weren't a 2-year-old writing this novel. You did this in adulthood. By the way, born and raised in Mississippi, if you didn't pick that up. So how did you go about your research to prepare to put this all together?
The research really had to do with living in Meridian, Mississippi, and with my father's job as the DA. Crime was really as omnipresent as the weather. And so because of his position, I would hear about it over the dinner table. It was like the Wild West. There's one story my father would tell about this dive bar in Meridian named the John Wesley Hardin Club, named after the deadliest gunfighter in the Old West.
Okay.
The one time he visited this dive bar, he's walking in, and the woman working the door stops him, and she goes, "Sir, are you armed?" And he goes, "No, ma'am, I'm not." She reaches the drawer, pulls out a handgun, gives it to him, and says, "You can borrow this one. I think you'll need it."
Ooh. Well, okay then. All right. Well, this is serious business. We didn't describe the genre as we went into the interview, but it is a crime novel. I'm really interested to see how it turns out in the end because you start out with a banger. Also, you're in town because we know you used to live in Atlanta, so we know you love Atlanta, but you're visiting us because you have a really cool event happening tonight with Acapella Books. You're going to be reading, doing some book signings as well. We have the information for you, but can you talk to us just a little bit about what you hope people walk away with tonight, or maybe just in general if they pick up your book after seeing this interview?
I can tell you what I hope to get out of tonight, which is to reconnect with old friends and colleagues. I lived in Atlanta for 4 years, and I miss it, but only every single day. And so I get to revisit with old friends and introduce them to a book about my hometown in a town that I used to live in. So that's going to be a particular pleasure.
Awesome. Well, it's in partnership with Acapella Books. You just saw it there on the screen. It's at 7 tonight. Snowden Wright, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations. This is one of 3 for you, right?
Third novel.
Okay. Congratulations. We can't wait to see the 4th. You'll have to come back and see us.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. And everybody, for more information, you can head over to atlLiveshow.com, and there's the information again on the screen if you want to meet Snowden Wright tonight.